and welcome to another edition of Choose to Challenge. I am LaWanna Bradford, and I am so excited to be bringing another episode of Power of the Pen. We spotlight authors whose purpose in life is to inspire, uplift, elevate, and propel women forward to be the best version of themselves in life and in business. And today I am so excited because we have a new author, Miss Jacqueline Young-Landi. How's it going, Jackie?
Hi, how are you? How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, and you have your little, as you call them, rats in the background.
The big rat is making noise. Diva.
So, Jacqueline, you are coming at us from Florida, is that correct?
Yes, Stuart, Florida.
Okay, fantastic. Well, just to let the audience know a little bit about you, and that it's okay. It's okay. You are in your space, and that's what this is all about, is showing the world what it's like to live your best life. And sometimes living our best lives, we have kids running around.
Noise.
Yeah, it's okay. It's about going with the flow, right? Ease and flow.
Yeah.
So no worries. Well, one of the things that I want the audience to know, for those that may not have heard about you, is not only are you a new author of the book, It's Not a Practice Life, but you are also the CEO and founder of JYL Image and Lifestyle Company. You are a designer of amazing outfits like what you're wearing right now. You are a lifestyle, wellness, and image coach, consultant, and you have found a need to create an opportunity for women and men to understand how they can elevate themselves financially. So now within your plethora of things that you're doing, you're also creating credit counseling.
Yes.
So you've got a lot on your plate.
A lot on your plate. Yep. But you know what? This is not a practice life.
I love that. Well, I want to get into this book here. It's Not a Practice Life. And the one thing I love, I think that this color is absolutely beautiful.
That's my backyard.
And you said, show up every day to be the best version of you. And Jackie, we hear, it seems like that's the buzzword, right now. Be the best version of yourself. And individuals are out there trying to figure out what it means to be the best version of themselves. And often they're competing because they're looking on social media and it's like, okay, that must be what the best version looks like. But I'd like you to just take a little bit before we dig into this book. What does being the best version of yourself mean to you? And what do you want women and or men, whoever's watching this, to walk away with when it relates to elevating to be the best version of you?
The best version of me necessarily is not the best version of you. You have to be very, very clear what really makes your heart sing. In areas of finances, areas of wellness, areas of image, in all areas of your aspect of your life, what really makes your heart sing. When that happens, that is your true best version of you.
That was a powerful statement. And I hope those that are listening just put this on pause, do rewind, and hear those words she said that makes your heart sing.
Yeah.
And often we're running around trying to compete or emulate others, and we lose ourselves in the process, right?
Oh yes, because you're following somebody else, but that's not necessarily your true you. You have to be clear on your true self. What makes your heart sing? What makes you happy? What makes you jump out of your bed every day and get alive? And when you find that, that's your best version of you.
I love that. Now, Jackie, you and we haven't met in person, but we've known each other for, I think, going on 3 years now, maybe a little bit longer.
Facebook buddies.
Yeah, Facebook buddies. But it's amazing that despite technology, I mean, I really feel that I've been in your presence because energy transcends everything,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I want to ask you, with this book, with It's Not a Practice Life, why now? Why was it so important to get this message out?
Well, I start writing this book last year October when the pandemic was really rampage, and one member of my family died.
Mm.
He was quite younger than I am, and he was my aunt's husband. Not really related by birth, but related by connection of marriage. And he would visit. He has a house in Orlando, so we go up there. I went because I live in New York. We go up there, and every holidays and uh, family reunion, they would keep it. And he died, and my aunt was extremely sick. And I'm saying, and she was saying to herself, she wants to retire, and so she can start enjoying life. I'm like, no, you cannot wait till you retire because tomorrow is not promised. You have to live your life, enjoy your life right now, because yesterday is gone, today is what we have, and tomorrow is not promised. So I
Yes.
decided to write that book, and it became so easy because I was in flow at the right time. It took me ending of October to publish my book in May. So you have to be really, really clear on what you really want to do in your life now and start doing it. Don't put it off. Do it right now because, as I said, it's not a practice life, and tomorrow is not promised.
I love that. Your whole book, it's a beautiful story, and but there were challenges along the way, and individuals look at you now. They're like, okay, well, you're an author, and you're the CEO of this great company, and you're a designer, and you live in Florida, and that it looks like it's the perfect life. I mean, because we always judge ourselves from the grass is greener, but I always tell people you never know the story, the journey. So I'd like you to just share a little bit with our audience about your humble beginnings, because that's how your book begins, is
Yes.
your life in Jamaica.
I was born there and lived there till I was about 31. I was born with a single mom. My mom had myself and my sister. Single mom, so she was really, really poor, really, really poor. And my great grand lived with us, and she lived to 107. I dedicate that book to her, and she taught me a lot of stuff. She taught me how to live life. She would dress to kill in the house, dress to kill in the house, having a glass of wine every day. She couldn't afford it, but she would, if she had on her, she had on her clothes, she had on undergarments, she had on slip, she had on her stocking, and if it is dirty, she would wash it and wear it tomorrow. But she was always put together in her home. And she taught me as a young girl that when I'm leaving, because we're from Jamaica, our mother country is London, England. She said, when you're leaving, she said, Jackie, put a mirror at the front door. When you're leaving your home, check yourself out. And if you can't sit and have tea with the queen in the English accent, go back and change. And she was not just saying about the outer appearance, she was teaching me that when the outside looks good, when you feel great from the inside, then you can be yourself. You can be, not just existing, you can be your true self to others.
There's so much that we can learn from those that came before us, right? I mean, in your instance, you were inspired by your great grand, and I think that's just an amazing legacy. Living to 107, so you have a lot of living to go.
So, baby.
You have a lot of living left, and I think one of the things that you're saying is we can be so image conscious from the surface that we lose the inner consciousness.
Yes.
We lose ourselves. So, can you talk about how you help people to identify who they are loving and embracing that, so that the outside world can not only see you in your, full glam if you want, but just in your authentic you, because I think that's where the beauty, the essence of beauty really lies, is when people can be authentically themselves.
Yes. When you become very, very clear of who you are. I was brought up in a Christian home, so I'm Christian is in the back of my mind, so I know it's my birthright. It is my birthright to live my best life every single day. So I'm not going to wake up living a mediocre life. That's not what he wants for me. He is my father and he wants the best for everybody. But it is for you, for the asking, taking that action, and receiving it. And that's what I do every day. I teach others how to ask, how to be very clear for their specific needs, because your specific needs and my specific needs are two different things. We're all different, but it comes down what makes us happy. So you have to figure that out first, then move the actions and the attraction, everything that you require for that starts to move you to your desire, to be your true.
I'm going to read it. I love when things are so in alignment, because what you just said is actually the part I had marked in the book to read. So Jackie mentions on page 26 of her book, this is not a practice life. She says, in my quest, I began to understand that we were not created to be mediocre, because we were all created in the image of God. We were put on this earth to be the best versions of ourselves. Once we stop shooting ourselves in the foot and settling for less than what we think we deserve, then we begin to manifest the life we desire. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself means shutting off the negative voices that tell you that you cannot because someone else was too afraid to try.
Yep.
Those, if you didn't write anything else but that is so powerful, so profound, and so transformative for that reader who gets what you just said. So number one, and you already mentioned it, realizing who we are, being that divine, beautiful, powerful creation.
That's great.
Number one. Then you said, stop shooting ourselves in the foot and settling, because we can sometimes be our worst critic,
Exactly.
right?
And
And I'd like you to talk a little bit about, why do you think we tend to settle for less than what's truly meant to be for us?
we settle because of our limiting beliefs. And
Mm.
what's going on with our family, or what's going on within our workplace, or what's going on in any situation, we adapt that belief. But that's not true. That's not truth. The truth is, we deserve our best life every single day. And whatever it takes, changing your mindset, shedding negative people away, turn off the TV, whatever it takes, do it so you can be true aligned to your true self. Shedding those negative friends, just get rid of those. We don't have time for that. We don't got time for that. We have to live our best life right now. We get, not have, because have mean it's hard work. It's not hard work. We get to live our best life every day because it's our birthright. But we got to find a way to shed those limited beliefs and shed those negative things that come across to us, and so we don't fall off. We align in a straight path to our true self.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you spend a bit of time in your book really unpackaging the mindset, thoughts of being mediocre, settling for less. And your one chapter you talk about, and I love this, the chapter is Life Reimagined. Life reimagined. You don't wake up to be mediocre. And you said there are always opportunities, and this is on page 29, to find new ways to change and improve life. But Jackie, when you have people who are just going through, we're in the pandemic. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of suffering. People have lost their means of supporting themselves. There's just a lot happening. But we know as you keep living, life has its ebbs and flows. How can people take your tips for success, for elevating to live their best life? How can they take those and apply it today when so much is going on?
When we dwell on negative stuff, we amplify more of it. It's all about energy. Everything that we do is all about energy. If you think, oh, I'm not going to get something today or whatever, because you start amplifying and amplifying, that's what exactly happens. So what you need to do is recondition your mind. Start thinking how you want your life to be. Start asking God, the universe, whoever you talk to. I talk to I said my Jesus, because he's like my age. God is like older, so he's like my age. So I said my Jesus. I talk to my Jesus, and I ask him, how I want my life to be, and I think about, I daydream. Go back to like being a child. Daydream about stuff that you love and what makes you excited, and that energy, you put it, you bring it over to where you want to be in your finances, where you want to be in your relationships, where you want to be in your wallet, where you want to be in your life. And then you start attracting the habits and the actions to propel you to your heart desire.
I love what you're saying. And to those that are listening, we're here with Jacqueline Young-Landi, who is a newly published author with This Is Not a Practice Life. And we're unpackaging some solutions and tips that she gives to live your best life. And you keep going back to the mindset, right? So being able to reprogram, right? Create a new image, as you said, a reimagined life,
Yep.
and then starting to walk in that. But what if someone is struggling with, okay, I've created this life in my mind,
Yeah.
but I'm struggling with aligning that vision with belief?
Well, listen, it's already instilled in us before we even born, our heart desire. But something happened along the way that changed our beliefs, meaning you can't do this. If somebody told you you can never mount out to good. A little child, single child from Jamaica, from a single mom, could never write a book. Your teeth is too big. Back home in school, I had cock teeth. My teeth were like this. Your teeth is too big. Don't smile. Uh, all those little negative stuff embedded in your brain, and you dwell on it, and that's the outcome. You have to change that. It's your birthright to be rich. He doesn't, God don't want money. He wants us rich. And it's our birthright to be rich. You have to say, it's my birthright. And then you have to have the faith to go with it. And then you ask. And when you ask, you don't think, oh, it's going to just drop like that. It's not going to drop like that. You have to take those actions. He's going to tell you to make a phone call. He's going to say, send a message. You say, get up and go sew. He's going to say, get up in your bed, 3 o'clock in the morning, sew some stuff. He's going to tell you. It's not going to be very, very hard. It's going to be very, very faint. And when you take those actions, I call them love actions. A friend of mine called them inspired action. When you take those actions, I'm kidding you not, it pushes you closer to your heart desires.
And you just said that it's our birthright to be rich. So,
Yep.
In a world where we have 7 billion people, and the number of people who are, from your emerging countries, they're struggling. The poverty around the globe is is staggering. And as you mentioned, you're a woman of faith, a Christian woman, and the word tells us that the poor will always be among us. So for that woman who is in an emerging country, whether it be Jamaica or some other country, where they do not have the abundance or opportunities that's within the United States, and they pick up this book, what would you say to that woman?
Ask, you will receive. Ask, and you will receive. I'm from a country that my mom couldn't provide food for us every day. And I would plant trees in the back. Collard, we call it collard. I don't. We call it collard green here. I would plant trees in the back so I could eat. You don't have food, but you have to ask. Have the faith. Take those actions, and you will receive.
You know, the one thing that I love that's in your book, when you talk about living your best life, when we're not comparing ourselves to others and we're in, you know, that divine lane of genius, whatever it is, you may be another Mother Teresa, right? Who's serving the world in a different way. You could be a Princess Diana. You can be a Jacqueline Young-Landi. You can be an Oprah Winfrey, or you can be a single mom who is making a difference in your community, but you're doing it, as you said, in the best version of you.
Yep, yep, yep.
Now,
When you pour into yourself, you're full. When you are full, then you can pour out to others. If your vessel is not full, you can't pour to others. You have to pour, invest in you, invest in your mind, invest in your mind, invest in your heart, invest in your body, invest in you first, and then you start pouring out to others.
that is so powerful. As women, Jackie, often we put ourselves last. We're doing everything for everyone else. We are wearing 101 hats. We're juggling so many balls in the air, and then at the end of the day, we collapse and we give ourselves the leftovers, the crumbs of life. But I noticed with you, just in following your work, is you start off your day with your amazing prayer, your meditation. You move your body, right?
I journal every day.
Moving your body, taking time to consume the right things, taking that time, when you're with, if you have that significant person in your life, whether it's a mate, whether it's your children, you celebrate that time before you start pouring into others.
Yes.
Why is that so important to you?
That's my truth. That is my truth. I want to cultivate happiness wherever I go. And if it's with my dogs, if it's with my husband, if it's with my family, if it's with friends, that's my truth. You have to be very clear on what makes you happy and move towards that. And then you are living your true best life.
Power of the Pen with LaWanna Bradford, expanding the impact and influence of authors from around the world. If you want to change the world, pick up your pen and write, said Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Books are uniquely portable magic. Power of the Pen spotlights authors from around the world. Listen as authors share messages that educate, motivate, inspire, and entertain. Join us each Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on e360tv.com.
You have here, I love this. This is probably you have a lot of quotes in the book, your own personal quotes, but I like this one probably the best. And it's on page 44. You said, "You are a limited edition, so price accordingly." That's like a drop the mic. You are a limited edition, so price accordingly.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. If you're in business, Not because the lady down the street is charging X and the lady up the street is charging Y and the lady up the street is charging Z. They are all different people. They are all different people and they're coming to the marketplace differently. So you are a unique person and you charge unlimited, uniquely you, unapologetic you. You're not going to have the whole world, you're just going to have your people. And that's all you need, your people. Because your people are going to make you happy. The whole world is not. Your people.
I love that. Now, Jackie, when people look at you now, and it happens often, when we see individuals who have arrived at a certain point in their lives, we don't know the journey, we don't know the story. So that's why buying this book is real important, because it begins with the journey. And I appreciate and respect the transparency that you shared in this book. How difficult was it for you to be as transparent as you were?
That's not difficult for me. I tell my story. My husband said, "You talk too much on Facebook." But I tell my story because you know what? If I help one person, I'm living my truth. If I help 1,000, I'm living my truth. But I'm just going to be me. And that's me. I'm going to tell the truth as it is, the thrills and the fault. I'm going to tell it as it is. Because if I can change somebody's life from maybe where they are in different stages of my life, that's what I want.
I love that. Well, Jackie, we're almost out of time, and I want to give you the last few minutes to tell our listening audience anything else that you want them to know, how they can reach you, how they can get a copy of the book, and I'm going to let you take it away.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Young-Landi. I am the founder, creative designer of JYL Image and Lifestyle. I graduated from high school in 1982, and my mom bought me a tabletop sewing machine for my graduation gift, and that's where it all started. I started cutting up clothes on my bed. Sewing doesn't feel like work to me. It's fun. Being creative and changing something from an original to a different look altogether is just so fun and exciting for me. My great-grand taught me to sew when I was age 5. I had the boomest doll clothes there is. And she always told me that your image is very important. It's always instilled in me that I always have to put myself together. I love fashion. I've been sewing for over 36 years. I work with different kind of companies, from a factory to a boutique to my personal company. I make clothes from scratch, and I revamp clothes, that's alter clothes. And I take clothes in and out depending on your body size. So my passion is to feel good, look good every time. That's my passion. My fashion icon is Versace. I love its style because it's vibrant colors, the patterns are bold and inviting, and it's like just like my personality. My ideal clients are women that are concerned about their image and their health and are willing to invest for the best version of themselves. If you can visualize it, think about it, have a picture of it, I can create it for you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure all the time. Now guys, this is not a practice life. You got one life to live. This is it. This is your life right now. So make the best of it. Be very clear of your truth, create your heart desire either by journaling or writing it down or even making a tape and listen to it every day. Shed all those negative people and negative stuff because they're just stopping you from progressing. Shed them. Create your true life and live it right now. Get my book. And if you need message, you can message me or call me or text me or email me, whatever medium you like. I'm here for you. We'll have an awesome, awesome Saturday. Thanks for joining.
This has been wonderful, Jackie, and I do encourage everyone. This is a short book, but with key tips. Tells a story. It's woven in a story form. It keeps you engaged. I know when I got it, and I got my autographed copy. So you can get your autographed copy from Jackie. And I read it in one sitting. I read it because I did know your story because you shared it with me before. But when you sit back and I'm now reading it, and you became more alive to me, if that makes any sense. And I better understood your passion and why your lanes of business have intersected for a time such as this, and you are on a mission. It is truly a mission to get people to wake up and recognize that life is happening now, and it's not a practice life, right?
It's right now.
It is not a practice life.
Yes.
So I encourage everyone to go out, go on Amazon. You can get your autographed copy at jyllifestyle.com/book/ and you can also reach out to Jackie at jylimageandlifestyle.com for tips on living your best life. If you want image consulting, wellness consulting, coaching, mentoring, financial advice, this is the woman. She is the real deal. She comes with a true, sincere, genuine heart. Don't let the outside beauty fool you, because the inside beauty is 100 times greater than what you see on the outside. So I really love this book. I encourage everyone to, even if you're a man watching this, your wife may be inspired to shift her mindset so that she really becomes that woman, that young girl who is living and embracing her best life and not being apologetic for it, doing so unapologetically and boldly, just like Jacqueline Young-Landi is doing.
Thank you.
So for everyone, thank you so much for joining our Power of the Pen series, which is part of our Choose to Challenge. And if you have a message and you want to get it out, don't be afraid to rise up, to celebrate, number one, who you are first, embrace that truth, and pick up the power of the pen so that you can be part of the many women and men who are out there seeking to make a difference, make an impact, make a lasting change around the world. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Power of the Pen, which is part of the Choose the Challenge series. I am LaWanna Bradford, and thank you again, Jackie, for being a part of our series today. Blessings. Bye-bye.